If you want to start a poultry farm, you need to understand one simple truth from the very beginning. Poultry farming is a daily commitment, and the way you handle the first day will determine whether your birds survive or die. So let's look at what you should expect to do as a beginner. Starting from the very first day, your chicks arrive on the farm all the way to the end. Before those chicks even reach you, your work has already started. The house where they will stay, called a brooder, must be completely clean and well disinfected. Any germs left behind can easily kill young chicks because they are very weak at this stage. After cleaning, you prepare the floor with dry bedding such as wood shavings, and you arrange feeders and drinkers in the right positions so the chicks can easily reach them without stress. Most importantly, you must provide heat. These chicks cannot control their body temperature, so the house must be warm before they arrive. If the brooder is cold when they come in, you are already putting them at risk. You can provide heat using charcoal stoves, pots or lamps, depending on what is available, safe and affordable for you. When the chicks finally arrive, do not rush or handle them roughly. As you remove them from the box or crate and place them gently in the brooder, guide a few of them to the water by dipping their beaks carefully. This helps them learn where to drink, and once a few start, the others will follow. Pay close attention to any weak chicks by separating them and helping them drink water. It is also important to give them water mixed with glucose and multivitamins to help them recover from stress and gain strength. From that moment, your daily routine begins immediately. You must keep checking if they are eating, drinking, and moving well. Watch how they behave around the heat source. If they are crowded together directly under it, it means they are cold. If they move far away from it, then it is too hot. You adjust the temperature based on what you see, not by guessing. This is how experienced farmers manage chicks properly, even without using a thermometer. Water must always be available, and it must be clean at all times. In these early days, you can add glucose or vitamins to the water to help the chicks recover from transport stress and gain strength. Feed should also be available, but in small, manageable amounts, especially during the first 3 days, so it does not get wasted or dirty. Any wet or dirty bedding should be removed immediately because it can quickly lead to disease. As the day continues, you keep going back to check on them again and again. This is not something you do once in the morning and then ignore. You stay active, observing them throughout the day. Even at night, you must make sure the temperature remains stable because chicks can easily die when it becomes too cold. By the end of the first day, you should already understand how your flock is behaving. You will notice which chicks are strong and active and which ones are weak or struggling. Any dead or very weak chicks should be removed immediately to prevent further problems. The first day is all about careful observation, quick action, and creating a comfortable environment. If you manage this well, you have already taken the most important step toward building a successful poultry farm. After the first day, the work does not reduce. In fact, this is the period where your consistency is tested the most. From day 2 up to about 2 weeks, your chicks are still very delicate, so every single day follows a steady rhythm that you must respect. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is go straight to the poultry house. Before anything else, you observe the chicks quietly. Their behavior will tell you everything. If they are active and evenly spread, things are going well. After that, you check the temperature and adjust the heat if necessary, because it should be reducing slowly as the days go by. Then you move to feeding and watering. You refill the feeders with starter feed and make sure the water is clean. As the chicks eat, you watch them again, making sure they are feeding properly and not being blocked by stronger ones. As the day continues, you return to the house several times. Around midday, you clean the drinkers again and remove any wet or dirty bedding. This keeps the environment dry and safe. You also take time to check each section of the flock, looking for any chick that looks weak, sick, or isolated. Those ones should be separated quickly before they affect the others. Ventilation also becomes important during this stage. Fresh air must come in, but without creating cold conditions. It is a balance you learn by paying attention. In the evening, you repeat the same care. You make sure there is enough feed and water to last through the night. You check the temperature again because nights can be colder, and chicks are very sensitive to that change. You do not just lock up and leave. You confirm everything is stable before you step away. Every day you also keep simple records. You note how many chicks have died, how much feed they are eating, and how they are growing. This helps you understand whether things are improving or if there is a hidden problem. I also use a pro planner that helps you monitor whether everything is moving smoothly because it projects daily feed consumption, which is one of the first signs when something is off. You can compare it with the actual consumption to know if you are on the right track, and you can download it using the link in the description. During this period, vaccination also becomes important. You must follow the correct schedule to protect the birds from common diseases. This is not optional because prevention is always easier and cheaper than treatment. By the end of these 2 weeks, your chicks should be stronger, more active, and easier to manage. This strength is a result of your daily attention and consistency. At this stage, lighting should also be adjusted. You normally provide almost 24 hours of light in the first 3 days, then gradually reduce it step by step as the chicks grow. If you skip these steps or become careless, this is the stage where problems begin to show. Discipline here is what prepares you for the next phase of the farm. As the chicks grow past the first 2 weeks, your work begins to change slightly. This stage is less about survival and more about proper growth. The birds are now more active, they eat more, and they need more space. Your day still begins the same way by going to the poultry house early in the morning. You observe the birds carefully. At this stage, you are no longer just checking if they are alive, but also focusing on how well they are growing. Feeding becomes more important because growth depends heavily on it. You gradually shift from starter feed to grower feed depending on the type of chicken. For broilers, this can happen around week 2. For layers, some farmers shift at week 4, others at week 6. For dual-purpose birds, it is usually around week 3. You must ensure the transition is smooth, sometimes mixing feeds in small ratios during the change to avoid stress. Birds at this stage eat a lot, and water must always be clean and sufficient because their demand increases as they grow. Space management also becomes very important every day. As the birds get bigger, they need more room to move freely. If they are overcrowded, they will start fighting, getting stressed, and even falling sick. So you may need to spread them out or reduce the stocking density in certain areas to keep them comfortable. You also begin monitoring their weight, even if it is just by sampling a few birds. This helps you understand whether they are growing at the right pace. If they are not, it is a sign that something is wrong, whether it is feed quality, water, or health, and you must correct it early. This stage requires constant attention because problems here directly affect your final results. For broilers, poor growth means lower market value. For layers, it can affect future egg production. So every day, your focus is on keeping the birds healthy, comfortable, and steadily growing. When you manage this stage properly, you successfully prepare your birds for the final phase, whether that is selling them as broilers or transitioning them into egg production as layers. As your birds reach the final stage, your focus shifts from growth to results. At this point, everything you have been doing daily begins to show clearly. For broilers, this is the stage where they are almost ready for sale, while for layers, it is the beginning of egg production. Your daily routine now focuses more on maintaining quality and preventing any last-minute losses. If you are raising broilers, these final days are very sensitive. The birds are heavier, they eat more, and this is the right time to secure your market. Feeding continues with finisher feed, and clean water must always be available because even a short shortage at this stage can cause serious losses. You also need to reduce anything that can stress the birds. Too much noise, overcrowding, or poor ventilation can quickly affect their condition. A stressed bird loses weight and may even die just before reaching the market. So your responsibility is to keep the environment calm, clean, and stable. On the final day, feed is usually withdrawn a few hours before selling, but water is still provided. This helps keep the birds in better condition during transport and makes handling easier. If you are raising layers, this stage is different because it is the start of production, not the end. Once they begin laying eggs, your daily routine now includes collecting eggs several times a day. In the morning, you collect the first batch, making sure they are clean and not cracked or broken. Later in the day, you collect again because leaving eggs for too long can lead to damage, contamination, or birds starting to peck and eat them. Feeding layers also requires attention because egg production depends heavily on nutrition. You provide layers mash and ensure water is always available. Clean nesting areas are important too because dirty nests lead to dirty eggs, which reduces their value. Lighting becomes part of your routine for layers. They need enough light, about 14 to 16 hours of light each day to maintain good egg production, so you make sure this is consistent, especially if natural light is not enough. Whether you are dealing with broilers or layers, this stage is about protecting what you have worked for. Carelessness here can reduce your profits very quickly, so your daily routine continues with the same discipline, making sure nothing is left to chance. At the end of the cycle, your work is not finished. This is the stage where many beginners relax too early, but experienced farmers know this part is just as important as the beginning. What you do after selling your birds or during egg production will determine how successful your next cycle will be. If you have sold your broilers, the house will now be empty, but it should not stay idle without proper cleaning. You remove all the old bedding, wash the equipment, and disinfect the entire house. Any germs left behind can affect the next batch of chicks. After cleaning, you allow the house to rest for some time, probably 2 weeks or more. This break helps reduce disease risk and prepares the environment for new birds. During this period, you also review your records. You look at how many birds you started with, how many you lost, how much feed you used, and how much profit you made. This is where you learn. If something went wrong, this is the time to understand it and correct it before the next cycle begins. For layers, the work continues every day for a longer period because they keep producing eggs. Your routine remains consistent, including feeding, watering, collecting eggs, and cleaning the house. But as time goes on, egg production will slowly start to reduce. Some birds will stop producing well, and at that point, keeping them becomes less profitable. When production drops to a level where the birds are no longer covering their feed costs or bringing meaningful profit, you can sell them as spent layers. This helps you recover some money and avoid unnecessary losses. Eventually, the entire flock will be replaced. Just like with broilers, you must thoroughly clean and disinfect the house before bringing in new birds. This cycle repeats, and with each cycle, your experience improves and your farm becomes more efficient and profitable. When you look at the full journey from day one to the end, one thing stands out clearly. Success in poultry farming is not about doing big things once in a while. It is about doing small, correct things every single day without fail. Feeding, watering, cleaning, observing, and responding quickly to problems. That is what keeps the birds healthy and the business profitable. You can use the link in the description to get the Pro Planner and other toolkits that will help you start as a beginner with more confidence and better organization. Check out the next video on the screen to learn more about poultry farming. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more poultry farming content.